focus on describing an image. Specifically, I would like to take a look at describe the image aloud. One thing I would like to mention is that Duolingo has now published a study guide to help you prepare for the test. And this is really useful because you can get information about each question type in the study guide. So if you take a look at the study guide for the describe an image aloud prompt, it tells you that the subscores affected will be production and conversation. The study guide also tells you that what they want from you is to tell a little bit of a story about the picture that you're describing. Don't just label things. Actually come up with an idea of what you think is happening in the photo. The way I suggest you approach this question is to first look at the image. So you get 20 seconds in the test when the picture appears with the prompt, describe aloud the image below. Take that 20 seconds and just sit there, look at the image, and let your mind wander. Let the story come into your mind. Then the test will automatically take you to the recording window and start recording. You can skip ahead faster, but I suggest that you really take that 20 seconds to just think. Once you start recording, you want to begin by describing in a sentence what the photographer was taking a picture of. So you may say something like, this picture shows, or this is a picture of. Whatever little phrase you want to say is fine, but this is where you describe what the subject of the photograph is. And then you move on and you start describing what you see. So remember to connect your description back to your story. How does this description reinforce the story that you have imagined in your mind? All right, let's take a look at the sample pictures and see what you come up with. On the test, you will see the image with the prompt, describe aloud the image below. This will stay on your screen for 20 seconds. Then the test will automatically start recording. You must speak from 30 seconds to 1 minute and 30 seconds. For this video, I allow you the full 1 minute and 30 seconds, but I do not give you the preview question for 20 seconds. The first thing I thought of when I saw this photograph was hiking. But when I looked at the girls, I didn't notice a backpack or any kind of gear. I don't see anything around them. So I think that they probably are on a camping trip and that any hiking gear would be out of the picture. It doesn't matter what the story really is. It matters what the story that you are going to tell is. So I decided that this is a story about two girls camping, and that is how I will tell this story in my description. This picture shows two young women relaxing by a campfire. One girl is pouring a drink from a presumably hot thermos into a cup that the other girl is holding. The girls are surrounded by trees, and the campfire appears to have been made by tree limbs rather than cut firewood. This suggests to me that they are on a camping trip rather than in the backyard of a house. One girl is dressed in long sleeves, but neither is bundled in thick coats, so I believe this may be an evening in late summer or early fall. They seem very relaxed and happy to be with each other, so I think the two are probably really good friends. When I saw this picture, I immediately decided that these two boys were brothers and that they're in the backyard playing on a trampoline. And so that's how I approached this question. This is a photograph of two playful boys bouncing on a trampoline. One of the boys looks very young, and the other just a few years older. This age difference is too great for them to be friends, since they wouldn't be in the same grade in school. So I think the two boys are probably brothers. The youngest is fairly high in the air with his feet almost behind him, and his arms are towards the mat. And the other boy is on his back in the air. I imagine that the older brother is entertaining the younger brother by bouncing hard to let him bounce really high. This is a small trampoline and not one from a trampoline gym. I see trees in the background, so this must be a backyard trampoline in the family home. The two boys probably get along really well and enjoy playing together during their free time. Okay, how I approach this is I first look at the image and I think of the first story that pops into my mind. When I saw this photo, I instantly decided that this man had proposed to this woman. I thought this in the first few seconds when I saw the photo, and so that's what my answer is going to be. I'm going to describe this image telling the story of this man proposing to this woman. This is a photograph of a happy couple sharing a kiss. The woman has jumped into the man's arms with her arms around him. He is holding her as she is fully in his arms with her knees bent off the ground. This is definitely a posture that suggests celebration and love. Their clothes are much too formal for a casual walk in the park. She is wearing a dress and he is wearing slacks. I think they're on a date, and the man has just proposed to the woman. The happy embrace is to celebrate that she said yes to the marriage proposal. The background appears to be a park, as it looks like they're on a well-maintained dirt pathway surrounded by trees and decorative rocks. This may be the location of their first date, or even a place that is special to the couple.